Road testing of motorcycles is rapidly giving way to the safety, accuracy, and convenience of testing inside the workshop. SuperFlow's new CycleDyn dynamometer is the best tool for motorcycle testing. SuperFlow CycleDyn development team was challenged to engineer the world's most sophisticated motorcycle test system while achieving unmatched ease of use. But we had a distinct advantage. We built on SuperFlow's vast experience and technology acquired in the design and production of more than 100 different dynamometer designs for thousands of customers around the world. We are proud to present the CycleDyn motorcycle dynamometer. The CycleDyn is a complete modular test system. It consists of an inertia dynamometer, a sensor box with the latest data acquisition and control electronics, a powerful handheld controller, and SuperFlow's industry-standard WindDyn software package. An optional eddy current absorber module is available to expand the testing capabilities of the base dynamometer. This program demonstrates the capabilities of the test system and introduces you to its basic operation. What better way to do this than with an actual test? Ride the motorcycle onto the dynamometer and position the front wheel against the front wheel restraint. Put the motorcycle in neutral and switch off the engine. Press the A key on the handheld controller to go to the start menu, and press the D key to close the front wheel clamp. The clamp will hold the motorcycle securely in position. Now use the A or B key on the handheld controller to adjust the front wheel restraint to match the wheelbase of the motorcycle. The center of the rear wheel should be aligned with the center of the roll. Push the starter key to center the rear wheel on the roll. For safety reasons, tie-down straps should now be installed to secure the motorcycle. These tie-downs should stabilize the bike in a vertical plane and pull slightly forward. Route the straps away from hot or rotating parts and ensure the straps do not prevent proper operation of the motorcycle's controls. Install the ignition sensor on a spark plug wire and position the air temperature and humidity sensor in the engine inlet airstream. Depending upon the configuration of the system, additional sensors may now be installed. Verify the tire pressure and tire condition and check the tension of the drive chain. Confirm that there are no leaking fluids. Start the motorcycle and verify that the engine speed reading is correct on the sensor box display. Let the motorcycle warm up and prepare for the test. Specifications files for each motorcycle can be stored in a database for immediate access through the handheld controller. Access the specifications file menu by pressing the Configure key on the handheld controller, followed by the Specifications key. Pressing Select New File displays the list of all available specifications files. Select the correct specifications file by pressing Select and entering the file number. All technical data for the motorcycle under test is now installed in the test system. Press Exit to return to the main menu. The CycleDyn is now ready to perform tests. Start by running the simplest test, an inertia-only full throttle acceleration test. The CycleDyn allows a wide variety of tests and comes with a library of pre-configured automatic tests. In order to select the desired test, press the Test key on the handheld controller, followed by Select Test. A list of available tests will be shown. Select the inertia acceleration test by pressing Select and entering the corresponding test file number. The test is now installed into the test system. Verify that the motorcycle is at normal operating temperature and is ready to be tested. Ensure the area behind the dynamometer is clear, then press Start Test and follow the instructions on the display screen. For highest test repeatability, the system will ask for the desired start and stop speeds. A 60 to 120 mile per hour acceleration test is chosen. Enter these values using the numerical keys on the controller. The system now waits for the operator to open the throttle and will automatically trigger data acquisition when the start speed is reached. During the test, real-time data is displayed on the handheld controller displays, on the sensor box displays, and on the computer monitor. Upon completion of the acceleration test, let the motorcycle coast down to a stop or use the foot-operated roll brake of the dynamometer. The test automatically saves the data on the PC and opens the database dialog box. Enter relevant test information in the database fields and click on the checkbox to save this information with the test. Click on the Test Data icon to display the results of the test in tabular form. Click on the Plot icon to display the results in graphical form. Click on Print Plot in the File menu to print the displayed graph. Return to the real-time screens by clicking on the Current Data icon. Let's use the data from the last test as a reference plot for the next test. Click on the Options button and select Add Reference Plot. Select the file name of the last test. The graph of the acceleration test is now displayed on the screen. The CycleDyn is ready to perform a second test. This time a controlled acceleration test is selected. The eddy current absorber will control the load on the dynamometer to achieve the desired rate of acceleration. The specifications file is still installed, so the test can immediately be selected. The test is again started using the Start Test key on the handheld controller. Follow the instructions on the screen. A controlled acceleration test from 60 to 120 miles per hour in 15 seconds is entered. Once the test is started, WinDyn overlays the new graph over the reference plot from the previous test. The CycleDyn produces the same test results for the inertia acceleration test as for the controlled acceleration test. Upon completion of the test, database information is entered and data can be analyzed as in the previous test. The WinDyn software provided with the CycleDyn system comes completely configured for your convenience. The operator can also redesign all display screens, calculation formulas, data forms, and graphs. Request SuperFlow's WinDyn video tutorial for a complete overview of the capabilities of this powerful software. Two types of acceleration tests have now been performed. These show motorcycle performance under transient conditions. The CycleDyn also includes automated procedures to test a motorcycle under steady speed conditions. The most common is the step test. This step test will be performed at full throttle so we can compare the results to the previous acceleration test. Once the test is selected and Start Test is pressed, the start and stop speed, the step size, and the step time are entered. During a step test, the eddy current absorber controls the motorcycle to a constant speed for a number of seconds before accelerating to a next higher speed. A step test simulates the performance of the motorcycle under full or partial throttle conditions at any speed. Again, display the inertia acceleration test graph as a reference plot. Once the current test is started, the new data will be overlaid for direct comparison to the initial test. The real-time graph shows the transition from one speed test point to the next, followed by the stabilization at this new test point. The step test records data for each step after the selected step time has expired. The recorded data again produces the same results as the inertia acceleration test. All test results can be printed in the tabular or graphical format by clicking the appropriate screen icons. CycleDyn is now ready to perform a final test. The operator selects a constant speed test. This test allows simulation of transient throttle behavior at a constant speed, such as opening the throttle to pass another vehicle on a hill. Select Manual Test and select the Speed Control mode. Press Done and the Manual Test control screen appears. Next, enter the desired speed using the A key and the appropriate numerical keys. The eddy current absorber controls the load to hold the speed constant regardless of throttle position. Any stumbling of the engine during throttle transitions can easily be detected. Press the Stop key when the test is conclusive. The CycleDyn is capable of a multitude of tests and has the ability to acquire vast amounts of data. This introductory program shows only a few of the possible applications. CycleDyn has been designed to accept the greatest possible variety of motorcycles. A powerful database built into the CycleDyn dynamometer software offers comprehensive test storage features. These features allow the CycleDyn operator to enter details about the test motorcycle and document any modifications or accessories. The specifications feature configures the system for each motorcycle. The CycleDyn comes with a library of pre-configured test and specifications files, which can be modified and expanded for individual applications. In addition to its many standard features, the CycleDyn can be expanded with blowers, simulating airflow at road speeds, an auxiliary roll for testing ATVs, karts, or legend cars, an engine adapter kit, and additional sensor inputs. SuperFlow CycleDyn is the most universal, powerful, complete, and user-friendly motorcycle test system available today. For more information, contact your SuperFlow sales or service representative.